Hey guys, Uncle Fat here. Just want to do a knife review video today. Haven't done one of these in quite some time. Haven't really purchased a whole lot of new knives over the last year or so, but I'm still buying them. We'll take a look at today. A new one from Kershaw I think you're really going to like. This is the Kershaw Natrix Copper. So let's dive in and take a look at this thing. Okay guys, just haven't been a while since I did any kind of knife review, and I picked this up a few weeks ago from Blade HQ. I ordered it a while back. It took a while to get these. Some of you guys are probably familiar with this. Maybe you've seen it online already. It's a Kershaw Natrix Copper, and they make the Natrix in other versions with different handles, G10 handles and such like that, and a little bit longer. This one's a smaller blade. This is like a 2 3/4 blade. All copper handles, D2 steel. Several reasons I really wanted this knife. One, I like the look of it. Two, secondly, the copper scales I thought was really unique. Never had a knife with this a lot of titanium scale handle knives and whatnot. The copper, I thought, oh, that's really cool. That'll patina up. It's already started to patina because I've been carrying it for about 3 weeks now since I got it. The D2 steel, I like a tool steel. Usually Kershaw's always got the CR18 MOV blah 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 steel, which is, you can get razor sharp. It dulls really quick. I like the D2. It's a good working steel. It's high carbon steel, so it's not stainless. It will rust if you treat it poorly. But the D2 is a nice hard tool steel. It's not too hard to sharpen. Holds a good edge. Usually holds a pretty good working edge. You can sharpen up, get it razor sharp, use it all day, and then strop it at the end of the night, and you're back in good shape, man. And another thing that really thrilled me about this too is this was just a KVT bearing system on this one, as opposed to their spring assist. And I got a lot of Kershaws, and the spring assist is just I don't know, it's cool in a way, but I prefer a manual bearing system, or even a washer system over that. But this is a, if you're a knife collector and you have, as you're familiar with ZT, which is the high end division of the Kai USA, which makes Kershaw. This is a copy of their 770, which ZT stopped. They stopped production of that one a while, but now they moved this whole design and shape over to the Kershaw. And like I said, this is available in different configurations. Larger. The other one's a larger 3.5-inch blade. This one is a sub. I believe it's 2 3/4, sub 3-inch blade. And for me, that's a great carry size knife. Let me see if I can give you a couple things to compare it against. Okay, so let's get a couple knives out here to compare it to. Some pretty common knives you might be familiar with. Here's the Paramilitary 2, Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Huge in comparison. A lot of handle, great knife, easy to carry. You can see a comparison to that. And here's a Hinderer XM18 comparison, so you can see that. Yeah, so this is a real great little everyday carry knife. Got 2 3/4-inch blade for just carrying, just something to carry. You're gonna use lightly, maybe opening packages. Even if you want to break down some boxes, do some cutting rope, twine, whatever. You don't need 34 inches of blade in your pocket. I love this knife. It's huge. I hardly ever carry it. I have an XM18, the small version that I carry. Not in the same color. I carry it a lot more than I carry this one. It's just, I'm not a big knife guy. I use my knives at work a lot, and even if I'm opening packages or with in front of customers and whatnot, I don't like to pull out a big blade like that. It's a little intimidating. This one is, I don't know. For some reason, this is just a little more subtle, but for me, sub 3-inch 3-inch. That's where I love to be for an everyday carry. Like I said, this is just not. I mean, I love. I like the detail there with the lock, the way the lock is. That's a nice pivot head. Pretty cool all the way around. Pluses, for me the pluses, the look, the design, the feel, the blade steel, all things I love. The bearings over the speed assist. Here's another one I got with the speed assist with the CR13 MOV steel. You can get this one. This is the Showtime. You can get this one razor sharp with that steel. But cut 3 boxes and there you go. Time to sharpen it again. So I love the steel on this one. Things about this, it's got a G10 backspacer. Things about this I didn't like. This small pocket clip, really stiff. When they're small like this, you got that shortened spring action. Makes it real stiff. It's tough to get in and out of the pocket. But yeah, this is a small pocket clip. So is this one here. Same problem with this one. If you can see, this pocket clip is also real short. For some reason they're deep carry, which is nice, but they love to do these short clips on their smaller knives, and they make for a very stiff pocket clip. So that's a thing. If they can make that, I mean, you could go longer with this. You could easily take it down to there, but is it going to create a hot spot in your hand? Well, are you really worried about a hot spot in a small pocket knife? Is this something that I'm going to be using for hours and hours, cutting and pushing and push cutting and all that? What I don't have to worry about hot spots? No. So I mean, anybody that complains about that, it's like, really, what's the purpose of this knife? It's not for a hard use, all day use type knife. So that I'd like to see change. The detent on this, when I got it, was really, really stiff. I mean, it was hard. I mean, it was hurting my finger to push down to break it loose, to get it to release. So I had actually taken it apart, and with a diamond bit, see the detent holder, I did a little grinding, and I relieved that hole just a little bit. It doesn't take much to make the world of difference in it, but if you get one of these, you notice stuff like that. Will it break in over time? Possibly. I mean, I sat and flipped it all day long. I mean, I can't tell you how many hundreds of times I flipped it when I first got it, and at the end of the day, my finger was just sore. So the next day, I mean, like I said, I didn't notice any difference. So the next day, I just said, you know what? Let me just take this apart. Customize this just a little bit. Just, you got to be careful. If you overdo it, then you lose the action altogether. I pretty much got this one just right. So that's the two things about it that I wish I fixed the one, and the other, the pocket clip, nothing I can do about that. It is a reversible pocket clip for left or right hand carry, but it's tip up only. Obviously, nice little, the flipper tab is small. It's very unobtrusive, doesn't stick out a lot. Like I said, with that really serious detent they had in there to get go, you don't have a lot of leverage with that. That's why it was really rough on the finger. Now it's just real smooth as butter. So centering lines up nice. Of course, I've had it apart and put it back together. It came perfectly centered. Didn't have to do any adjustments like that. Like I said, but the copper, it's already started patina, and I'm really getting kind of excited about now. I'm going to let it just patina on out and get that dark copper look, or will I polish it once in a while, maybe with some light polishing compound and a little rag. I think that's all I'd ever do. I wouldn't do anything abrasive. I wouldn't do anything probably more abrasive than toothpaste on this thing to bring it back. Anyway, it gets you a couple good looks out of here, because I know I tend to move my hands around a whole lot when I'm shooting videos. I'm fidgety type person when it comes to stuff like this, but it's a beauty, really. It's light. It's substantial enough because it is copper. It's a heavier metal, but it's heavier than a titanium handle one would be. Overall, it's a great knife. I love the copper. The copper adds a little bit of weight to it, but there is some milling in there. You probably won't be able to. See if I can get a light. I can get you a view of that. Can you see the milling in there? Anyway, There you go. You kind of get a look at some of the milling in the pocket. So they did mill it out to drop some of the weight because copper's a little bit heavy. But like I said, beautiful. I love it, man. I love it. I said that little pocket clip thing, which, you know, I don't know if it's starting to loosen up or not, but it's a great knife. These are things that are running about. Oh, and it's about $60. I think I paid 55. I did a pre-order on it in Blade HQ in June, and I just got it mid-November. So it took forever to get. I'd forgotten all about it. I got a notification. Oh, you got a package coming from Blade HQ. I'm like, I haven't ordered nothing. Totally forgotten that I put the $5 down on the pre-order. So it took a while to get, but well worth the wait, man. If you get a chance to get one of these, grab one. It's a great pocket knife, guys. All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next one.